Get your message or business promoted on John Henry Media Network. Make contact today. Use this email address, jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. That's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. Again, that's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. For specific details on submitting your audio to make it happen, it will be aired on our very next episode for a small donation of your choice. So let's make it happen right now.
Peace. So, it's your brother. I put a post up yesterday in reference to the youth and about waking up and how important it is that, to wake up. Very important journey that we all undertake at some point in time in our lives. We wake up. But the thing is this, a lot of times when the youth wake up, they get information. And the thing is that you have to be careful. The same information that may wake you up can be the same information that can put you back to sleep. Now, people found that quote to be pretty interesting. Some people was like, well, what do you mean? How? Why? And then other people caught right on immediately to what I was saying. And so I'm going to, explain a little bit more, so people can get a better understanding of what I meant when I made that statement. And what I mean is this. Information is infinite. Knowledge is infinite. There's tons of information out here. You understand? And just because you wake up and the information that wakes you up does not mean that it is the end to all means. In other words, cats wake up, they get insight, and the first thing they want to do is they want to take the information out to others and challenge them with their information, regardless of where that other person may be in their own development. The one who's waking up wants to challenge everybody because that information to them is very, very, it's true. And it is true at that particular time. But as time progresses, as the individual grows and continues to study and research, they find that some of the things that they may have thought was the end to all means is just this piece, that much in the big puzzle. You understand? And then they have to go back and eat their words later on. They have to regroup and rethink about all of the things that they have said out of their ignorance, expecting or hoping for some type of outcome in the challenges that they put out with others. See, that same information, not allowing yourself to grow, can put you back to sleep. While you're stuck in that one paradigm, people have went through that paradigm, mastered it, and continued on. Because see, one school leads you to another school. You understand? One piece of information leads you to another piece of information. This is a puzzle. You understand? And nobody has all the pieces. So there's no way that someone who is just awakening can come amongst others and try to beat them in the head with information that to others may be baby food, because you never know who you're talking to. You understand? So you should respect another person's walk and where they are in their development, as well as you. Because I was one of those types. When I first got knowledge of self, I wanted to bomb everything. I got people who can bear witness. Ishmael Bey is one of the brothers who can bear witness to what we used to do. How we used to just run up on people and bomb them. Preachers, teachers, so on and so forth. But we wanted to take heads. That's what we called it. But at that time, that's just where we was at. And the thing is, as I look back, that was very reckless. You understand? That was very egotistical and very reckless. And this is the same type of characteristic I see now, where I see a lot of the youth attacking those who actually do have something to share with them, something to give them, some type of information that can help them get on their journey. Because see, sometimes the things that I experience can help you along the way, where you might not have to experience certain trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? You may be able to avoid those pitfalls by someone giving you some insight, So that's very important. You should always listen. See, I don't have to go to jail to know what jail is about. I've never been locked up, but I got peers who have been, and their experiences was enough for me to let me know and understand that I don't want to be locked up. You get it? So that's how that works. And that's what we have to begin to take into consideration. So the same information that wakes you up can put you back to sleep, because you allow yourself to go back to sleep because you stay stuck in one paradigm, and there's just so much to do. There's just so much to see. You know what I'm saying? There's just so much to know. There's just so much to research and experience. You understand? There's so many different things out here. One school of thought doesn't have all of the answers. One school of thought doesn't have all of the answers. You understand what I mean? But maybe we can find all of the answers when we sit through different schools and take the best parts for ourselves. And you know what I'm saying? And find the answer for ourselves, because see, my answer may not be your answer. And that's another aspect of this particular thing that I'm speaking of, understanding. What I understand, you may not at this particular point. This is why you can't just allow yourself to eat one book or one piece of information and just live on that alone, because it don't work. You understand? And you will find yourself slacking off, and you will find yourself lacking off as time progresses and time changes and alters. You still stuck in the same paradigm. It's like the brother who goes to jail for 20 years and comes back home and he's back on the same corner that he was on before he went to jail. You know what I'm saying? So this is what he knows. Do not let information become, one piece of information become what you know. Do not let that lead you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's much more to know. And all you have to do is ask questions. Sometimes we're scared to ask questions. We've been taught not to ask questions. But if you don't ask questions, you don't get answers. You understand? You must be able to challenge and develop yourself in such a way where an answer or a question is just common nature to ask and to seek. You understand? And to hear and learn what you're hearing and to match up what you hear. Go find sources. If somebody gives you something to run with, go do the research on it, because it might take you somewhere else. Even your doctrine, your school of thought that you tie into so much that you believe in, that nothing else is greater than that. Even when you begin to critically examine that, you might find that it's not as great as you think it is. You understand what I'm saying? Don't give something all the reverence because it got you out of a predicament. Understand that that was something that woke you up for exactly what it was. But to wake up means to be able to see. And I don't mean here, but being able to see. When you woke up, you can navigate yourself, and you should navigate yourself through properly. You understand? Because life is a labyrinth. You know what I'm saying? But we make the maze. We don't even understand it, but we make the maze. We turn left or we turn right. In the end, we have the ultimate choice and decision. So the same thing. Remember, the information that wakes you up can put you back to sleep if you allow yourself not to grow. Change is inevitable. Change is constant. And so must the development of thought must be swift and changeable. It must continue to expand itself. You know what I'm saying? The universe is constantly expanding, as well as our thoughts should be constantly expanding. We should constantly be ascending and not descending. But again, ego and other types of external elements will allow a man to fall at his own accord out of his ignorance, because he feels that he's more greater than the next person, or his information is more better. And this comes from learning from others, because sometimes you'll learn from an egomaniac. And the egomaniac will, and you adore that egomaniac. Personality worship so much that you take on the character of the egomaniac, and you begin to do exactly what the egomaniac does, because you idolize that person and that energy. So in the end, be careful what wakes you up, and don't let it put you back to sleep, because this happens often. So let's stay awake, y'all. Peace.
Stay tuned in. The next episode will begin soon. You have just heard another great and powerful message for our Black community. Brought to you by John Henry Media Network in the United States of America. This is the place for you, your family and friends to hear educational messages and music from other very important Black people to help build a stronger and more revolution-ready Black America. Your message will awaken another sleeping giant. So, contact us today at jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. I say again, that's jahu.enterprises@yahoo.com. Get your music or message heard by millions for another generous donation today.
The sun is shining.